Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another live stream flight. Sorry I've not been on last week. Just one of them weeks last week. Busy. And yeah, booked another holiday. So yeah, I'm lucky enough to go to Benidorm end of September. So I'm thinking about doing the exact same flight, Manchester to Benidorm, which is Alicante in Spain. So at some point close to the time I'll do that. And then in October I'm going to Tenerife, which we've already done a flight of. Um, so yeah, just just let's put that into the chat. So yeah, today we'll be taking off from where we left off, down here, runway 03, and then we'll have to use a ramp because it's a small airport. So then we'll be heading back north. I'll zoom out so you can see in relation to like where Australia is. So Perth's here. So we're heading back north, sort of like to here. I can't pronounce our destination, so it's Boolgeeda or something like that. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And then we will be landing on 08. So yeah, these airports don't have ILS systems either, so I'll be having a manual land. So yeah, all that's all good and dusted. I've already checked the nav log, so we're cruising at 37,000 feet. And then our descent waypoint is around about here. So we've all done that, and then we've also changed the livery, which we'll show you once we get in. So here we are at the airport. So obviously Australia is pitch black as we speak. So we'll change the time so we can see our oops, wrong button. We'll change the time so we can see what we're doing. So yeah, it's nearly 2 a.m. in this part of the world. So let's go to about dinner time. So it was a lovely day. So yeah. Oh, we're in the middle of some grass. So this is a new aircraft livery. I've not used this one yet. This is the Virgin Australia. So yeah, a nice little, we've obviously got Virgin Australia, they've got Virgin Atlantic. But yeah, nice livery. Here we go. So I'm not too sure. I think we've got to go straight forward to the runway and then out. Because I think our runway is actually behind us. But I'm not too sure which way it'll take us. to taxi. But yeah, anyway, as usual, we'll do the checklist, get our climbing altitudes and whatnot.
Radio Jody 123 IFR to Yankee Bravo Golf Delta, ready to copy.
Jody 123 is cleared to Yankee Bravo Golf Delta Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 133.6 squawk 2572. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Bloody hell, 30
Jody
minutes.
123 cleared to Yankee Bravo Golf Delta Airport is filed. Climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure is 133.6 squawk 2572. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Jody 123, read that correct. Good day.
So our climbing altitude is 11,000 feet. I put the flight director on, reset the altimeter, so we're on 3021. And then now we'll start our engines and do everything else whilst that's doing what it needs to. So we need to do performance. Set the flaps to 10%. Without them we won't be going anywhere. Nice. Then go to flight plan. Lovely. Set the speed brakes to armed. And then now we just do sort of like these lights here just to make them all fancy. Wing on. That. We need our taxi on. Seat belts, everyone. And as always, smoking is prohibited on all flights. So yeah, so let's our engines are on. Lovely. Let's see if we can taxi.
Yankee Bravo Lima November traffic Jody 123 is taxiing to runway 03.
So I think we'll have to go, might have to go down and then so we'll go this way, no big deal. So there's only one runway, so it's basically we'll have to go down the runway and then turn. There's nobody coming, so it's alright. So we'll just taxi down the runway. Yeah, we're going the other direction, so yeah, got to turn around at the end. So swing around. Here we go. So let me just check the volumes. We didn't check the volumes before we set off, but I'll just check them just to be on the safe side. I think we're alright, but yeah, that's fine. I can hear myself. So yeah, we are ready to take off. So we'll change these to take off. Our flaps are in position. Let's get in touch with people.
Yankee Bravo Lima November traffic Jody 12 tree taking off runway 0 tree departing straight out.
Here we go, try keep to the centre as we possibly can. We have lift off. There we go. Off we go, people. Did we put... Yeah, autopilot is engaged. There we go, we're just turning a little bit onto the departure. Just watch it because sometimes the departures are a bit weird. So just keep an eye on it.
Melbourne Centre Jody 123 is passing 10,600 feet, climbing 11,000 feet.
Jody 123 Melbourne Centre altimeter 30.21 radar contact. Continue to auto. Jody 123 climb and maintain flight level 230.
230. So that's takeoff complete.
Jody 123, please acknowledge.
Climb and maintain flight level 230 Jody 123.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, once we're cruising altitude, I'll just have to make a quick phone call to the old lass Margaret, my gran, just for our daily chat, catch up, etc. But yeah, the flight will be about an hour and a half, about an hour and a half to 2 hours, the flight. So yeah, once we're nice and altitude, etc. Then we can just leave it and you know, let it do its thing. Might as well have it on that. Oh, we can do the altimeter now. Here we go, so now we'll get them automatic.
Jody 123 climb and maintain flight level 310.
310. Yeah, people in my family, like, how
Jody 123, please acknowledge.
A second.
Climb and maintain flight level 310 Jody 123.
So, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, family don't understand how I can play this game and still go on an airplane. And I watch, you know, like aircraft investigation, like I'm really interested in that sort of stuff. And the thing, how can you watch that and go on an airplane? It's like, it's just like driving a car, I suppose. You can watch car crashes and you can still drive. But like they always say that flying is the safest way to travel. You know? I'd rather be in a plane than probably in a car because there's just full of idiots on the road. But yeah, there's any chance you can, you know, have an accident. But yeah, it's just one of them things. Wrong place, wrong time. So I'll just show you outside whilst we climb. Still climbing out.
Jody 123 climb and maintain flight level 370.
370.
Jody
Well, I acknowledge
123,
that.
did you copy?
Yeah.
Climb and maintain flight level 370 Jody 123.
We've heard ya. cruising altitude now, guys, so we can turn our seatbelt sign off. Here we go, coming around with refreshments, food, drinks, whatever, to your pleasure. So we'll just keep an eye out. So let's just keep an eye on it. It's banking a little bit there. Oh, what's happening there? No, that's not right.
Jody 123, contact Melbourne Center on 125.2. Good day.
Come on, level out now. Stop continuing to turn.
Jody 123, acknowledge. Last transmission.
Why is it going that way for?
Jody 123, did you copy?
Yeah, I did, but my plane's just controllably like just turning. Why is it doing that for? Hang on, people.
Jody 123, did you copy?
Yes, just chill out. Why is it turning like that for? Why is it
Jody
turning?
123, IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Well, I couldn't do alt because my plane was turning uncontrollably. I don't know what's wrong with it. See, it's turning like... Why is it banking so sharply to left for? That's too much banking, that. We'll just have to fly it manually whilst we get back on track. Can see our descent waypoint as well. Don't know why it's doing that because we shouldn't be doing that. We're just going around in a circle on a bank. Don't want to do that. just fly straight forward and then maybe it'll go okay after that. Not too sure what's happening, but I need to keep my aircraft level, which is not, so we'll have to bank it a little bit more. We're going a bit too high as well. Let's just go down a little bit. Wait till we get to this next checkpoint and then see what happens.
Melbourne Centre Jody 12 Tree is type Airbus A320neo 5 miles north of Jinjin, flight level 370. Request flight following.
Jody 12 Tree, Melbourne Centre. Squawk 5621.
Squawk 5621 Jody 12 Tree.
Jody 12 Tree radar contact 18 miles north of Jinjin, flight level 365.
Roger Jody 12 Tree.
Oh, it's still turning. Why does it do that? Why is it doing that? Don't know why it does that. Just drop down a little bit. See, it's turning that way when it shouldn't be. It should be going to right. I'll have to sort it out myself. See, I put autopilot on and it's just turning sharply to the left. I don't know why it's not.
Melbourne Centre Jody 12 Tree 1 miles southwest of Alpha Uniform 18. Request IFR to Yankee Bravo Golf Delta. Ready to copy.
Jody 12 Tree is cleared to Yankee Bravo Golf Delta Airport as filed. Squawk 5621.
Jody 12 tree cleared to Yankee Bravo Golf Delta Airport is filed. Squawk 5621.
Jody 12 tree, read back correct. Radar contact, flight level tree 70. Turn right heading tree 55 descend and maintain flight level tree 70.
Don't know what's wrong with it.
Turn right heading tree 55 climb and maintain flight level tree 70 Jody 12 tree.
I'm trying to turn right, but it won't let me do it. Why is it? Well, it's level now. Right, what I'll do, guys, is I'll just be on the phone, but I've got the controller in my hand. So, yeah, we'll just do that and see if we can write it. But, yeah.
Jody 12 tree, contact Melbourne Center on 1 tree for decimal 2. Good day. 1-2 tree, did you copy?
Going to 134.2 Jody 1-2 tree. Melbourne Center, Jody 123, flight level 370.
Jody 123 Melbourne Center, radar contact continue.
Here we go, I'm back, guys. Don't want spam, thank you, in my chat. You are blocked. Don't know why people do that, as though they've got no else to do. So... yeah, so we've managed to sort the aircraft out so it is flying a little bit more straight, saying that it is going off course a little bit now. Can't like navigate to the nearest airport, can we? Should be alright. So now we need to put our auto brakes on. Here we go, lovely. Auto brakes are on. I don't know what that means. Them two top ones, I don't know. But we're sort of like going in the direction we want to go, so we'll just leave it. What we will do is we will look early on at the flight plan at our altitudes of what we need to be at for our descent. So IGOSO. So flight level, whatever we are now, banks, flight level 3233. So we'll just call it 32,000 feet. and then GUTLI, and then that's flight level 214, which is 21,000. So we'll just create 21,000. There we go. So we're nearly at our descent waypoint. So we're at 37,000 feet. So our drop altitude for the first one will be 5,000 feet difference. 37,000 feet take away 32,000 feet is minus 5,000, and then to get to that 32,000 feet take away 21. So that's going to be a huge drop, but yeah, we'll make it. We've been through worse, haven't we, guys? We're an experienced captain, so we've got to think outside the box. I really don't like it turning there like that. But I think it's due to the wind as well. The wind's not brilliant. But yeah, talked to old lass, mentioned about the holiday, and then yeah, I think we're going to be flying with Jet 2. We was going to fly with Ryanair to Tenerife, but I think we're against that now. So we're just going to wait for the prices to change, because at the moment they are quite a little bit high. So we'll wait for them to hopefully drop, and then we'll book our flights. Keep checking. My sister works from home, so she can check all the time basically. She doesn't know out there, so yeah. And then when I go to Benidorm, also flying with Jet 2, and due to obviously the time of getting to Benidorm, we don't land till like, I think it's about 8:30 at night, so I'll miss having tea because we'll be going through security and things like that. So we've chose to have our tea on the airplane. So yeah, back in the day you'd get them free, and then obviously it'd be just a set menu, like all the same stuff. But when we booked it with Jet 2, it was basically a menu, £11 for a meal, which isn't too bad. It'll fill the spot for the next day, otherwise we won't be eating anything till the next day. So yeah, we just thought, yeah, get an in-flight meal, and yeah, we should be alright. I've chosen the roast dinner, and I think it's chicken. So yeah, people who know me, I love a roast dinner. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a decent one for an airplane version. But yeah, looking forward to my holidays. So So obviously go to Benidorm on the 21st of September to the 26th of September. And then we go to Tenerife on the 22nd of October to the 29th of October. So yeah, we've done his holiday requests at work, and yeah, they've all been approved, so yeah, I'm going. Got the apartments today for Tenerife, where we've always stayed, where we grew up, where we grew up going sometimes twice a year, you know, going to the same complex where we grew up, where we basically went all the time with his grandparents. So looking forward to that. I've seen like pictures online of what it looks like now. It's no longer a timeshare. My grandma and granddad used to own the timeshare there, but obviously since my granddad passed away, they got rid of the timeshare, and it's no longer a timeshare now. It's just basically a hotel with apartments in. But a lot of the stuff obviously looks familiar, but obviously they've revamped it, because the last time I went was 2008, 2009, so yeah, quite a while ago, so it'll look completely different when we do go. But what I am looking forward to, guys, is if you ever watch the Tenerife flight that I did, it's in my playlist on YouTube. It was Manchester to Tenerife South in the Monarch livery. The one thing I really want to go to Tenerife for is to see my granddad's plate in memory of him. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that and seeing, you know, his memory, and just saying, you know, just, I don't know, just like paying respects and things like that. And there's a woman, well, she was quite young, she was probably in her 30s last time we saw her, but you know, she's always remembered us as a family, and she didn't know about my granddad. And when we went to go...
Jody 123, contact Melbourne Centre on 132.0. Good day.
Going to 132.0 Jody 123.
So yeah, so obviously we've got this lady that always used to, you know, serve us and look after us whilst we were there. I think we drove her up the wall as well, you know, the amount of times, you know, we asked for something, but we always used to say, I'll put it on my grandma and granddad's tab, they'll, you know, sort it out, you know, we could just get whatever we wanted. And, you know, because we were really good friends with her, you know, they knew that we wouldn't fob them off, and obviously they knew who his grandparents were. Anyway, we're going back, and she works at the complex where we're staying. Before, she just worked in like a pub down the road, but she's a lifeguard at the complex where we're staying. So yeah, it'll be lovely to see her again, and you know, just to see her and just to catch up, and you know, she'll probably say, which one are you? You know, what's happened, what's been happening? You know, half of us have had children, you know, since then. Obviously my cousin's had a boy, he's nearly 16, he'll be 16 in September. So when we go, he'll be 16. And obviously my sister's had 2 girls, my nieces, and my other cousin, she's just had a girl last year, so yeah, my grandma's a great grandma, so yeah, that's a big change since, you know, the last time we went to Tenerife. But yeah, cannot wait to go. It's just, I don't know, it's like Benidorm and then 4 weeks later I'll be going to Tenerife. It'll be like, yeah, you know, so good. Cannot wait, people. I don't know if I can.
Melbourne Center, Jody 123, flight level 370.
Jody 123 Melbourne Center, radar contact continue.
So yeah, don't know why it's not tuning into the radio stations for me, but anyway, we're nearly at descent altitude. Let's just write this last one down so we've got a little bit more idea of what altitude we should be at for arrival. So yeah, so we're sort of like going over the desert. Right, so let's see where we are at. So we're just coming up to the waypoint now. Well, about 19 nautical miles away. Let's change that actually. So we're about 15 nautical miles away from our waypoint. Then we'll ask for 5,000 feet descent. Yeah, our next flight is about a 2-hour flight going to Albania, Albania. I don't know how you say that, but yeah, we'll find that next time. Right, let's ask for $5,000 descent.
Melbourne Center, Jody 12 tree. Request flight level tree 20.
Jody 12 tree descend and maintain flight level tree 20.
Descend and maintain flight level tree 20, Jody 12 tree.
So we're coming down to 32,000 feet. So going down to 32,000 feet, we'll just let it go to the next waypoint, and then we'll do that. So we'll just write BG2WI. So 32,000 feet, good. Oh, it does that. It always does that every time I do altitude change. It moves the plane. Let's have a look. We're about 40 miles out to our next descent. About 26 miles out to go.
Jody 123, contact Melbourne Center on 133.5. Good day.
Going to 133.5, Jody 123. Melbourne Center, Jody 123, flight level 320.
Jody 123, Melbourne Center, radar contact. Continue to banks.
Nearly there. just passing through that one, so let me need to do a big descent, so let's have a look.
Melbourne Center Jody 123. Request flight level 220.
Jody 123 descend and maintain flight level 230. Expect flight level 220.
Descend and maintain flight level 230. Expect flight level 220 Jody 123.
So 2, 3. So I'll write the next waypoint now, BG 2WF 3,500 feet, so that must be our approach. So our airport is around just over 120 nautical miles to the right. So right is she says. See if our auto brake's still on. Yeah. See if our brakes are still armed. Yeah, it's good.
Jody 123 descend and maintain flight level 220.
220.
Descend and maintain flight level 220 Jody 123.
Yeah, we've already done it. So we need to get down to 21.
Melbourne Center Jody 123. Request flight level 210.
Jody 123 descend and maintain flight level 210.
Descend and maintain flight level 210 Jody 123.
autopilot tonight. We'll figure it out, guys. It's going down to 21,000 feet. Oh shit, what's happening there? Oh no, it's going towards the waypoint. The line disappeared. Anyway, so it's over that one now. So we'll let it go for a bit. Altitude 8 from about. We'll let it go like halfway. See what happens. So yeah, I'll show you the sights. We don't want to descend too early because it's gonna slow us down. So yeah. Yeah, we're fine there.
not above 210 knots. Expect RNAV runway 08 approach via Iscox transition. Cleared to Iscox.
So we need to
Jody
go
123
to...
descend and maintain 5,400 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots.
Okay.
Descend and maintain 5,400 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect RNAV runway 08 approach via Iscox transition. Clear to Iscox Jody 123.
So 5,400. And then go to 210. Seatbelt everyone. So we need to wait for it to go to 210. The first laps. Change this. No. Is it 2992? Just let it drop. Some of the aircraft down in a little while. Don't know how many miles we're away from the airport. So about 60 miles out. So we'll change that. Where we are.
Overspeed, 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 overspeed,
Speed.
overspeed, 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 overspeed,
Draw.
overspeed,
Speed.
overspeed, 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 overspeed,
Nice.
overspeed, 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 overspeed,
Nice.
overspeed,
Speeding for.
overspeed, 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 overspeed,
It's not
overspeed,
dropping. Why are we
overspeed,
not
overspeed,
slowing down?
overspeed, 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 overspeed,
Why it's
overspeed,
not?
overspeed, 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 overspeed,
That's it. Don't know why it did that for
Overspeed.
because
Overspeed.
it's doing it again.
overspeed, overspeed, overspeed,
Don't know why it's doing that for. Don't know why it had a bunch of speeds then. Maybe I was, I don't know, I shouldn't do that because I've done a flight a million times. I think some dodgy is going on tonight, but we've managed to sort it out. Slow the aircraft down to 140 as it should be. So I'm not too sure why it didn't respond because normally you descend and the throttles do everything for you, but it looks like the co-pilot's being on strike tonight. So yeah, something's been happening tonight, but yeah, we're nearly there anyway now. So 40. Got all those flaps down, that's alright. Make sure we're on the right. Radio, let's get rid of that. So we've got like a curve coming into the airport. But basically, we've got to wait here at 5,400 till we get clearance for landing. Yeah, this is exactly where we should be. Yeah, pretty low. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that we aren't dropping too quickly, because I've obviously done it before. I've been flying and then not paid attention outside or whatever, and it's been too late to recover the aircraft. That's, that was into training. It happens, to everybody. But I think I've dealt with, the issues quite well tonight, because it doesn't normally do this. And I feel a bit more, together, because, I've been flying and, sort of like instinct kicks in saying, what shall I do? I think it's like driving, every time that I drive or anybody drives, you learn something from it. I passed my test, lo and behold, 10 years ago, bang on today, the 31st of July. 10 years ago, I passed my practical test. But it was like, back then, it was like, oh God, you need to get through that 40 minutes and, but it's like you get through that 40 minutes and you're supposed to like drive the way you've been taught. But if I'm being honest, and everybody, I don't drive like how I was taught. But like when I passed, a few people like my granddad, my dad, etc., my uncle, they all drive. So they were like telling me, try it that way, you can drive now, get it in fifth gear, and save your gearbox and use your gears to slow you down and stuff like that. But when you're learning, it's just a complete, total new kettle of fish, different kettle of fish. So I don't know, it's like you get through them 40 minutes to get your test out of the way to pass, to legally drive on the road. But every time I step into the car now, it's a learning curve. I learn and learn as I go, like this, I just learn and go, and it just cracks, like when I first started learning to drive, I was thinking, oh God, I'm not going to get this, I'm not going to understand it, I'm not going to pass, I'm not going to understand it. Because believe it or not, the clutch wasn't my friend whilst I was learning to drive. My instructor was like, don't be scared of the clutch and all that, and lift your bloody foot off that clutch, and he used to keep saying that to me. So he used to put my foot on the clutch for longer than what I should. I think I still do it now. I don't know. I don't actually know what I do. It's like I just do it. He used to moan at me and say, "Get that bloody foot off that clutch." But yeah, he was a really good instructor. Let's be fair. So I'm guessing that's why we need to be above this, this certain altitude because of these cliffs below us. So yeah, I think that's why we can't go any lower at the moment. got quite a few hills to be going over. Just leave it. It should right itself in a minute. Turn coming up shortly, about 10 nautical miles, we're turning, and then hopefully we'll be able to see the runway. Hopefully, she says. So yeah, any lower guys will be crashing into their mountains. So that 0% totally. Yeah, stay put for the minute.
Jody 123, you are 13 miles west of Yankee Bravo Golf Delta.
Yeah. Yeah. Sail.
Jody 123. Yankee Bravo Golf Delta traffic Jody 123 13 miles west inbound RNAV runway 08. Yankee Bravo Golf Delta traffic Jody 123 is on final runway 08 to land.
Alright, so just if I can see yeah. A little bit closer. The autopilot on. 10 miles away. I think it's right in front of us in that red bit. The autopilot on works just a bit more. Yeah, that's our runway. Runway in sight. So, in this case, the autopilot off. So just do a gradual descent. I'm driving the aircraft manual now, guys, since we're
2,500.
need to concentrate when we go too low with all these mountains about. We also don't want to miss.
One thousand.
So all it looks like a small runway as well, guys. So we'll try use just clicking on this landing. It's not a terminal lever. Yeah, we'll get her on the
500. 300. 200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
There we go, we're down. Brake, aircraft, brake! Come on, brake! Fine. So yeah, that was a nice landing, there were no wind. Yeah. Nothing. No like crosswind or anything like that. The wind was calm. Everything was fun-dabby-dozy. Just clear the runway. So yeah, that is it. Just a tiny little scratty, airport. But that's
Yankee Bravo Golf Delta traffic Jody 12 tree is clear of the runway.
Let's just find a parking spot. Yeah, so yeah, I'm quite happy with that landing actually, guys. Just, quite good that. Let's go to this one where all the stuff is, just making it more fancy. Looks like they're waiting for us, sort of thing. They'll be like thinking, why are you gonna put an A320 just here? What? Let's come back out. Just pull forward. So pull them to idle. There we go. So I'm not too sure if you can get the stairs and stuff. No, you can't. They're just for fancy. So yeah, we can just pretend. Yeah, stairs, baggage, blah blah blah. Nice position for the photo. Just bear with me, guys. Let's just grab this photo for this card. Bear with me. So let's make go, guys. So, we'll just get our breakdown. So that was 1 hour 50 minutes, so not too bad. Not, not the most longest flight we've done, really. We'll take a picture of it for our benefit. So yeah, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this live stream flying with me this evening. As always, I'll be downloading and uploading this to YouTube, which will premiere tomorrow, which is the 1st of August. Cannot believe we're in August. All I can say is hurry up September and October, so I can go on a real aeroplane. Even though I'd probably be on the aeroplane thinking, what are they actually doing? And I'd be thinking, oh yeah, I'll be thinking, oh, that's what they're actually doing, and all that sort of malarkey. But yeah, guys, hopefully you've all enjoyed. I'll be back again soon for another flight. Depending on the weather, depending on how I feel. Probably maybe next week, maybe Monday. Because hopefully on Tuesday I'll be trucking now that the Pro Mods is out. But yeah, that's another day. That's probably Tuesday, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, apart from that, guys, is if you're watching on YouTube, enjoy the rest of your morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. And hopefully to see you again soon. Take care. Bye, guys.